Hello and welcome to our video series covering common maintenance practices for ground logic machines. Today we are covering the Pathfinder and the Pathfinder XC spray system. The spray system is normally very reliable. However, a common situation people find is that dirt and debris can clog vital parts of the system. Let's take a look at how to clean the regulator, the filter, and the spray nozzles. The regulator controls the pressure of the spray system. One of the symptoms of debris in the regulator is if it fails to hold a steady pressure. Here we'll show how to disassemble the regulator for cleaning. Let's start out by reviewing the tools we'll need. A needle-nose pliers, a 3/16 inch T-handle Allen wrench, or something similar size and shape, and a long, narrow, straight blade screwdriver. Also a pressurized air line with a blowgun attachment. Let's start by taking off the regulator adjustment knob. You can leave the locking ring in place for now, but you may need to adjust it later. Next, we'll remove the plastic plunger. We'll need the T-handle Allen wrench to press out the retaining pin. Now remove the plunger, set it aside, and then the spring and the valve seat. If you remove the valve seat very slowly and carefully, it should remain with the spring. If the seat stays in the valve body, you will need to fish it out with the screwdriver. The next step is to remove the discharge hose so that debris can be blown out of it with pressurized air. Start by using the needle-nose pliers to remove the plastic hose clamp. Next, pull the hose from the fitting, being careful not to break the fitting or the regulator. Now use the pressurized air line and nozzle to blow out the regulator body. And now reinstall the hose and the hose clamp. Now we'll reassemble the regulator. Let's start by putting the plastic valve seat back on the spring and carefully placing them back in the valve body. Next, we'll place the plunger in the body, align the slot in the plunger with the holes in the body, and press the metal pin back in place to hold the plunger in. Screw the pressure adjustment knob back on all the way to the locking ring. You may need to reset the pressure now that the regulator is clean. Now that the regulator is clean, we'll move on to the pump inlet strainer. If you currently have a machine that has good pressure when the spray valve is closed, but low pressure when you're trying to spray, your pump inlet strainer may be plugged. The strainer and the valve are shown here below the liquid tank and to the left of the engine. Start out by closing the tank and discharge valve next to the strainer body. Next, spin off the strainer housing, remove the strainer, clean if necessary, and put the strainer and the filter back on the body. The strainer housing should only need to be tightened snugly by hand. Open the valve and the process is complete. The last parts of the spray system to need regular cleaning are the spray tips. Each of the two tips has an individual strainer. To remove the tips, twist the retaining ring to the left, remove the tip and assembly, and wash each strainer. To reinstall, insert the tip assembly, twist to the right until you feel a click. Make sure the tips are pointed in the proper direction. So that's it for the Pathfinder spray system maintenance. Keep checking back for more videos as we'll be adding more regularly.